this video, I'm going to share exactly how I made 17K in my first year on Etsy, what strategies worked for me, and what costs were involved in running a successful Etsy store. Now, while this amount might seem average to some, especially when you see others making much more on Etsy, that's exactly what makes this video interesting. This is my personal experience of selling on Etsy as a side hustle, not as a full-time job. So if you're thinking about starting your own Etsy journey, now is the right time, especially with Q4 right around the corner when the biggest profits are made. I'll also be giving you some key print-on-demand tips from my 1 year of experience on the platform. Whether you're a beginner or looking to boost your Etsy sales, this video is packed with insights you won't want to miss. Let's dive in. More than 70% of my sales were made between October and December of 2023, and that is why this Q4 is a great opportunity for you to start your own Etsy stores, as we are going to talk about it later in this video. So here are my 7 proven strategies that worked for me during my first year on Etsy. These are methods that anyone can use to improve their sales, even if you're just starting out. First, choosing the right niche. When picking a niche, you want to find one that has a high search volume, something that people are actively looking for on Etsy. But here is the thing, you don't want to just blend in with competition. One of the best ways to stand out is by offering customization. Personalized products are huge on Etsy. People love the idea of owning something unique. Think about popular categories like custom pet t-shirts or mugs with the name or photo of the dog, or even custom birthday t-shirts. These kinds of personalized products give customers something they can't easily find in stores. You can also take this a step further by combining niches, for example, creating products that blend Christmas and cats with customization options, for instance. Combining niches and adding that personal touch will help you stand out in a crowded market. Number 2, building momentum on Etsy by getting reviews. One of the key strategies for building momentum on Etsy is to get reviews as quickly as possible. Positive reviews build trust and can greatly increase your sales. When I was starting, I reached out to friends and family and asked them to buy a product of my store and leave a review. This is completely legal and a great way to get your first few sales and reviews. Having those reviews visible on your listings will make potential buyers more comfortable making a purchase from your shop. Once you have those initial reviews, more buyers will follow and your sales will start to grow naturally. Number 3, finding a cheap print-on-demand supplier. Another important tip is to use a cheap print-on-demand supplier when you're just getting started. I personally used Printify, and I stuck with one service provider on Printify throughout the year. This helped me ensure that the quality of my products remained consistent. As tempting as it might be to switch providers for different products, maintaining consistency in quality is key to keeping customers satisfied and avoiding returns or bad reviews. Number 4, advertising. I know the idea of running ads can sound intimidating, but Etsy ads are a great way to increase your visibility. I kept my ad budget very low, about $3 a day, but I ran ads consistently throughout the year. Sometimes I even switched to $1 a day. So this small investment paid off by driving more traffic to my store. Once you start seeing success with your ads, you can always choose to increase your budget to scale your results. And here is the exact amount that I have spent on ads during my time on Etsy. Number 5, using an SEO tool. Another essential strategy is to use an SEO tool to find the best keywords for your listings. I personally used Everbee, which helped me identify the keywords that were driving traffic and sales on Etsy. By targeting the right keywords in your titles, tags, and descriptions, you can significantly improve your chances of being found by potential buyers. Number 6, listing variations. One tactic that worked really well for me is listing variations for the same product. So to explain more, Etsy allows you to create more than one listing for the same product. So you don't really need to create an entirely new product with an entirely new design every time you list on Etsy. Instead, You can republish the same product with the same listing, but just changing different keywords, changing maybe the thumbnail, and maybe you can do a small variation in the design if you want. So this allows you to target different audiences while still offering the same product. So by just creating a couple of different listings and changing the keywords, this provides you or gives you a better opportunity to be listed on Etsy, or have at least one of these multiple listings to be ranked. Lastly, fast communication with the client. Etsy rewards sellers who respond quickly to customers' inquiries and who provide great customer service. So by doing this, you can earn badges for your store, which build trust with new buyers. If customers feel like you're reliable and attentive, they are more likely to leave positive reviews and recommend your store to others. So these are the strategies that helped me build a successful Etsy store in just 1 year. By choosing the right niche, getting early reviews, using the right tools, and keeping customer service top-notch, you can create a foundation for long-time success. Now let's talk about Q4, which is the period from October through December. This is by far the most important time of the year for Etsy sellers and really for any e-commerce business. Why? Because it's a holiday season. You've got Halloween, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and of course Christmas. This is when customers are actively searching for gifts, decorations, and holiday-themed products. In my experience, the volume of sales during Q4 skyrockets. It's not unusual to see a significant increase in traffic to your store during these markets. But here's the thing, if you want to take full advantage of Q4, you need to prepare early. That means stocking your shop with seasonal designs and products ahead of time. Make sure your SEO is on point. Keywords relate to the upcoming holidays. Think of things like gifts for him, custom holiday decor, personalized Christmas gifts. This is also the perfect time to run Etsy ads or promotions to get more visibility. So from my personal experience, after working 1 year on Etsy, I can confidently say that Q4 can make a massive difference in your early earnings on Etsy. So if you haven't started selling yet, or you're thinking of stepping up your game, now is the best time to do it. The holiday rush is coming fast, and trust me, you don't want to miss out on those opportunities. So whether you're just starting or you have been selling on Etsy for a while, I hope this video has given you some valuable insights into what's possible with a little effort and strategy. Earning 17K in a year might not make me the biggest Etsy seller, but it's proof that it's entirely doable, even as a side hustle. And with Q4 right around the corner, there's no better time to get started. Take what you have learned here today, start building your store, and prepare for the holiday rush. Yeah, this video does not include any logistical tips on how you can create an Etsy store, but if you search YouTube, you will find many videos explaining step by step how you can start an Etsy store. So if you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing and leaving a comment down below. Let me know if you have any questions or share your own Etsy journey. I would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching and good luck with your Etsy.